Alright, in this video, in our Beast Raiders series, we're going to be talking about slime and Tri-Horns. Now this is my personal favorite in the series, just because slime is such a good all-around generic looking fantasy bad guy. He's green, he's somewhat lightly armored, he has a great face sculpt, he's got a lot of character. And he's just one of my favorite Chat Me figures, really, even though he's not as detailed as a lot of the others. But he really gives that generic bad guy look. Now, his mount is Tri-Horns, so Triceratops. We'll go over him first. He has this kind of golden copper harness here on his head. And he's got this big orange beak with a big red tongue. And underneath here, it's got some pretty good paint. He has these red reins that go around him. And his feet have these little armor pieces, which are articulated. His head is slightly articulated, but not much. His tail is not. His back legs do move. He has these little horns on his knees. And his saddle's fairly large, because he's pretty fat, and it's on with these two straps here, which in one of the others, this pin was actually molded into the character, but this one is not. Now his seatbelt is off, and we'll put Slime on there in just a second, but let's take a look at Slime here. Slime has this very generic merman slash orc look to him. He's got the fangs of like a regular orc, and he's got these yellow beady eyes, but he has these like aquatic ears. He has a shoulder pad on his left shoulder here, like a pauldron. He's got some generic gauntlets on his arms, and he's got a bandolier with bullets on here. And I think this guy was in a previous line that was a little less fantasy, but he works really well with this line. He's got some little horns, little spikes on the toes of his boot on this side, but not on this side. Now you also notice that he has chainmail socks on his left side, but on his right side it's more just armored. So he's also got I don't know what that is on the back here. I thought it was a knife sheath, but it's not. And his loincloth is molded on. It's not rubbery or anything like that. Now I do have another slime here that I want to show you just so you can see what happens with some age. Now this slime, you can see he has some discoloration in his face and on the top of him, some sun fading, and his arms are slightly discolored. And these guys never see the light of day, but I mean, it's just an age thing and a storage thing. So you have to watch out for things like that. As far as accessories are concerned, I'll go over the accessories later, but this is the accessory I usually use with this guy, is this big fat scimitar sword. And for any other toy line, this would be hugely detailed, like lots of detail, but for the Chat Me line, this is almost plain generic looking sword with very little, because Chat Me does a really good job on doing a lot of intricate detail on these guys. So that is Slime and Tri-Horn. So I'm going to put him on here. And he... let me move his feet like forward a little bit. There we go. I know he fits because I just took him off here. So there's Slime. He's on there pretty good. He's not moving. He's not flipping and flopping. So, and that's what he looks like. Pretty cool.